Hey everybody, Zeke Garcia here, and welcome back to Best of the Month. This is for April 2018, and this is a show in which a few of us are going to pick our favorite new-to-us game that we played over the previous month, and we're going to tell you why we liked it so much. So I'm going to kick things off with my pick for Best of the Month, this one right here, Micropolis, co-designed by Bruno Cathala, my favorite designer, whose games are not always good, but they do tend to be good and right up my alley. And this is certainly one of the good ones. It's a tile laying and tile drafting game, a little bit like King Domino, his recent award-winning game. And this one is going to be all about building up an anthill. And you are going to be using these tiles, shaped a little bit like a pie wedge, in order to build an anthill. And there'll be around a central piece every player has. And these tessellate around the outside until you've built up an entire anthill. And then you score for various things. So having ants pictured on the board, making different connections and different paths. They call them galleries in the game. Having, queens in your galleries in order to duplicate your scoring. That sort of thing. So it's a very simple game. It's got a nice, light but engaging theme to it. And the tactics in it are just really fantastic. I love tile laying games, always have. And this is one that has a little bit of a twist. It's not too much of an original thing, the idea of them making a large circle, but it works very, very well. And there is some interesting decisions to be made near the end of the game, because you might connect one side of the anthill to the other, and you might or might not want to do that. So I really liked it. Quick game, engaging, as I said, scales really well all the way up to the maximum number of players. So very neat game. If you enjoy all of this, definitely give it a look. That is my pick for the Best of the Month, Micropolis.
Hey folks, welcome back to another Best of the Month. This month I'm going to do, as usual, one old game and one new game. The old game that I'm going to talk about is the one that I talked about last month as well, and that is this one right here, the Calc and Gold campaign for Memoir 44. I'm really enjoying still going through these campaign scenarios with the internet, having a great time. I love the game Memoir 44. Just great tension, great challenges every single game. Love it. Now, my new game is a game that I played at the Gathering. Now, I was able to sit down with the guys from Shut Up and Sit Down, and then Nikki from Game All Night, I believe. And we were able to play the set expansion for Kemet. Now, this one's coming out later on this year. It's not available yet, and I apologize for that, but this is really cool. I've enjoyed Kemet. I didn't enjoy it as much as other people have enjoyed it in the past, but I liked it fine. The set expansion, however, turns Kemet into a one versus all game, where one player takes the role of Set, coming back to exert his control over the other gods, and the other gods are banding together to repel him. It's just a lot of fun, and it really kind of makes Kemet a semi-cooperative game, which really is fun, because the other gods can work together to try to accomplish their goals for winning the game, and all the while keeping Set from accomplishing his. Just a lot of fun. The differences that it brings to the game are not that many, but the ones that they do bring are great. So I really enjoyed this set expansion for Kemet, and hopefully we'll be able to get it to the table as quickly as possible when it actually does come out again. So that's it from me. Best of the month. See you guys on the flip side.
The best game this month for me is JKR Heavy Hitters. It's just an amazing game. It's just work. I mean, the card system to damage the max, and the game looks beautiful at the table. Has this amazing painting miniatures, and it's fun. I mean, I played 2 players. I play 4 players. And all the games are very close and a really fun game. I really love. It's worth to take a look at it. The system and the cards are very balanced, and a lot of games interaction. That's what I love. Even the guy who was losing started attacking the other person and almost won in the end. So it's a really nice balanced game. That's why JKR Heavy Hitters is my game of the month. See you.
Hello everyone. everyone, my name is Annette, and you may know me as Netters Plays. And today I'm going to go over my best of the month game, which was Crisis. So this is a game where your country is going into crisis, economically, politically, and such. And you as a player are trying to send out managers to invest in different companies, attain workers, produce resources, and export in order to increase the economy. So you want to make sure that your country always is winning and you are not failing, because the game can end in one of two ways. So it can end by playing the full 7 rounds and you meeting the criteria on the austerity track. The other way it can end is by someone just not doing well and tanking the whole economy, ending the game abruptly. And that's when the game becomes very interesting. You never know when it's gonna end.
For me, best of the month was Thunderstone Quest. Wow! I've always liked Thunderstone, of course, and the Thunderstone Advanced, the second edition that came out several years. It's been, what, 4 or 5 years since that version. Thunderstone Quest takes this deck building game and now makes it into, well, a quest, to go out. Now, of course, I still like it epic style, but this one was instantly added to my collection. I think you can almost see it down there, but it's just a fantastic game. I think I like it best with 2 players or 3 players so that the game keeps moving along at a good clip, but there's a lot of stuff in there, and I'm not even sitting around going, I wish there was expansions. No, there's a ton of stuff just in the base game. Great game, Thunderstone Quest.
I'm Jason Peacock. My best game this month, I just got to play for the first time on Tabletop Day, and that's Great Western Trail. Wow, what a game. I love this game. It's worker placement of sorts as you're moving along a linear path with different pathways you can take based on where the buildings are that give you the actions. And if you skip it, you don't get to do it again until you get back around to Kansas. It's just a brilliant, amazing game. It's got a dash of deck building. Phenomenal game. See you next month.
Hey friends, Chubby Meeple here to talk about the best game I played in April 2018. I'm going to have to give the nod this month to The Flow of History, designed by Jesse Lee, published by TMG. This is, of course, the deluxeified Kickstarter edition of the game. Love this game, just going through the different ages and the way the cards are stacked and how you get to like age 3. If there are any age 1 cards, they go away. And just kind of the ability of building that civilization out. It really, for a game that plays in, an hour and a half, it really gives you a good civilization building feel. And the ability of choosing a leader for that civilization. I can only have one, and I can always, quote unquote, vote him out by getting another leader and having to discard it. But I love the powers that they give. And the components in the deluxeified edition are really great. The metal coin, or the metal resources, as well as all of the player pieces are very cool. So if you've not had a chance to check out Flow of History, I highly recommend it. And until next time, keep gaming, friends.
It's Ray Candy from Epic Gaming Night, and my best of the month is Crystal Clans. This is a tactical 2-player card game where you're playing your cards out into squads of units that have all different special abilities. As you play your cards out, it's going to move an initiative track up and down. That's one of the really unique things about this game, is that you're moving that initiative track. You can try to choke your opponent out of initiative, and as soon as it goes over that line, then it's your opponent's turn. And also you're trying to gain these control of the crystal zones, so that way you can gain crystals. The first player to 4 crystals wins the game. So it's a very interesting game, back and forth tactical game, and that's why it's my best of the month. So thanks so much. Bye.
Bye. And that's going to do it for us on this episode, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you discovered at least one new awesome thing to look into and maybe get your hands on. And we'll see you again next month for some awesome new discoveries we're making right now. So come on back and check that out. See you next time.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc. Cool Stuff. Cool Stuff. I'm Eric Sumner, and you've been watching the Dice Tower.